ciao, caldo, oggi. So, what will the weather be for the next few days or so? Well, today it got close to 60 degrees. So, practically 60. It's very close, like 59 or so. Seems like it's pretty warm today, very warm. I guess you can say spring is here. But please do not get very excited because winter is over as of March 20th is the first day of spring. So maybe don't get too happy. So by the time it's April, you could totally celebrate and get very excited. Because by April, winter's probably over until it's like what, November, December, then it starts to get cold, snow. But I like snow and cold. It's actually quite beautiful snow. You don't want it to get frío, frío. Cold, frío, Italian, yeah. So it is very warm today. Slightly windy. But, you know, if you want to talk about temperatures, which you should by now. I'm talking gibber. I'm just talking and talking. Like, I need to stop. So, if we're going to look at the temperatures, we're going to say that, yeah. So right now the lows are, yeah, so the temperature is going to drop down to the low 40s overnight. So by tomorrow, well, of course it'll be like the mid 40s tomorrow. That's for most of the days, mid 40s. So that means that the temperatures tomorrow are like mid 60s. Wednesday, is actually going up around low 70s as it looks like. It seems that it's going to be about 75, maybe 74, something around maybe mid 70s or so. Wednesday is about mid 70s too. Maybe a degree or two colder it looks like. And Wednesday seems to be a bit cloudy, a little bit more cloudy, but it'll be partly cloudy for tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, Tuesday. Yeah, so Tuesday, yeah, tomorrow, partly cloudy. Stay with me. Wednesday it will be, yeah, so cloudy. It'll be 70, and there will be some rain. It looks like, or never mind. No wait, sorry, forget about it. Apparently the forecast changed again. It keeps changing, doesn't it? But it's going to be very warm this week. It'll be a lot of, and then Thursday, and then, yeah, so sorry, wait, yeah. So Wednesday, 74. Thursday's about 70 or so, cloudy. Friday, we'll go back down to the 60s, low 60s. Saturday, we'll have a cool down back to the mid 50s. That sounds cold compared to 70, doesn't it? You'll live. During the weekend, there might, maybe some rain right now, but let's just not worry about the forecast beyond like 3 days or so. It's way after that, it's like getting inaccurate because of numeral reasons. So don't even bother talking about that. So yeah, it's very warm. Enjoy the weather, everyone. Enjoy it. It's going to be very warm lately. Because there's a ridge. The jet stream is creating a bit of a ridge here in the northeast, if you want to be more factual, not just warm. But there's a ridge building in the jet stream, and it's just letting all that heat build up. It's coming, you know, from the south. It's building up all this heat. So they said, I looked, and it said very warm from the south. Like southeast part, you know, like South Carolina, Texas, and those parts, and also in Kansas and Oklahoma, and like the Midwest as in Michigan. So like north and the Northeast, like that whole area is just like 5-10 degrees above average, or 15. That whole area, because of the ridge building in the jet stream. The jet stream is building a ridge that's creating all this warm air just to come in and just feel great. It's like spring. Not spring yet. March 20th is the first day of spring, by the way. Okay? Remember that. Also, alright, now we're going to talk about the messy weather in the South. It's going to be horrendous over the next few days in the South. It's going to be pretty nice and warm there, too, but you're going to get some soggy, rainy weather. Ugh, I don't like that, right? So, yeah, so there'll be a flood threat. So Monday, So tonight there's going to be a threat of tornadoes. There's going to be a threat of tornadoes in Texas and Oklahoma. There's going to be maybe a chance of a tornado, but it looks like the threat is mainly, yeah. So severe thunderstorms with damaging straight line winds, hail, and a few thunderstorms are possible from southern Kansas southward into Oklahoma and north central Texas. So there's a chance of a tornado possible in that part, Texas and Oklahoma. But, you know, the main threat is going to be hail and some very severe thunderstorms. There's a possible chance of a tornado, of course, usually. But Tuesday, the threat is going to be about in the same area. So Monday, yeah, so the threat area, if you want to see, threat area will be, threat area will be then Tuesday, Wednesday. The rainfall amount is that one. And the rainfall amount is going to be very ridiculous. So, we're going to have up to 2 feet. No, sorry. Spiacente. I have completely said 2 feet. Sorry. Up to a foot of rain possible in these locations: Louisiana, Arkansas, Texas. Up to a foot of rain possible. That's going to cause some serious flooding problems in the south. Serious flooding problems. There's also going to be a lot of rain in other locations. Like, so with the main threat of like all the flooding is in Arkansas, Louisiana, and the western edge of Texas, where it meets Arkansas and Louisiana. That's going to be a lot of rain, up to a foot possible. That's going to create some bad flooding, people. Very bad, horrendous. It's going to be horrendous. And that's through, so that's by the end of the week. By the end of the week, we're going to have up to that amount of rain possible, up to a foot by the end of the week in that part of the south. There are already flood watches in effect for western Texas, Louisiana, mostly the eastern part of Louisiana, and southern Arkansas, and a bit of Oklahoma has some flood watches. That's just not going to be very good. All that flooding. So also, let's talk about California on the west coast again. So the west coast is having that plume of moisture, that pineapple express as they call it, because it's originating from Hawaii, and by Saturday there's going to be like 5 inches at most in California extra of rain, and a couple more feet of snow coming in the mountains of California and Washington and Oregon. There's going to be like a lot more snow coming in the west. Well, let's talk about how much snow and everything, what's going on already. Alright, nearly 5 feet of snow has been reported at Sugar Bowl Ski Resort March 4th through the 7th. So there's already been a report of 5 feet of snow almost in, I don't know, it doesn't say what state this is, but probably California. And another resort got 41 inches or so. 48, another one. Alright, a bit about the flooding going on with all the rain, the places that are way too warm to get all that, snow, like the coast and everything. Saturday night into early Sunday morning, roads were flooded around, so there's all this flooding and wind. Wind gusts as high as 88 miles per hour Saturday evening. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, this weekend. So there was all that reports from the weekend, because remember I did that video about how the West was talking about how they talked about all that rain and everything. Yeah, I'm sorry. Actually, that already happened. My mind's not working today. So the rain. So the West Coast. Remember that video how the rain and all the snow caught in the West Coast? Yeah, that already happened. I forgot. Sorry. Spiacente. So right now there's been a lot of rain and a lot of snow in the West Coast. That's already caused some problems, some flooding. There's a lot of wind, a lot of high wind, like 80 miles per hour. There has been a lot of snow already. That fallen 5 feet, and that's from it ended already a few days ago. It ended, So I'm sorry, I was reading it as if that already happened. I forgot that that's over. Mistakes happen, people, right? Mistakes happen. Yeah. So you know what happens when there's a ridge. So again, back to the East Coast. We're having that ridge build up into the East Coast. That ridge, what happens when there is a ridge in the East or a ridge in the West, what it always has to follow. Anyone know? A trough. So we have this kind of shape. This is the West Coast, and it's going like this. So when there's a trough in the West Coast, that means that it's just going to be a little bit cooler, a little bit below average, a little bit cooler. Here, a ridge. So ridge in the East, then it has to flip-flop, so it's a trough in the West. So it goes, trough is when it dips, ridge is when it goes like higher, like in the warm air. So, yeah. Enjoy that warm weather. Oops. Enjoy that warm weather. Arrivederci to everyone.